All right, let's talk about Team
right.
USA. Talking about loaded rosters.
Jeez.
Every single position player on your roster right now is a former All-Star.
Yeah.
How did you do that?
I didn't do it. Tony Regans did it. He's the GM. I was looking at the All MLB. I did the All MLB show the other night. I was like, yep, he's on it. He's on it. Mike Trout is the big fish.
How did you
right?
get Mike Trout to do this? I know that's been a source of frustration within the sport that he hasn't played in WBC before now.
He's aware of everything, right? So I've talked to him quite a bit throughout this process. He said that he chose not to do it in 2017 for whatever reasons. And he said he watched it and it kind of upset him that he wasn't there.
Wow.
And he said, when it rolls back around again, I want to do it because if it's coming every 3 years, I don't know if I'm necessarily going to be wanting to do it a little bit later in my career. This is the perfect opportunity for me to be the guy. So he was kind of the first one to sign up. And once he did that, he's been our biggest recruiter.
Is that right?
He called Harper and said, hey, if I'm going to do this, our careers have kind of been linked. I want you to be a part of it with me. So Harper joined.
Can't play
because of Tommy John, right? So we get Schwarber. Oh, damn.
You have to get by with the home run champ.
And then Harper, Mookie Betts wanted to play with those two.
Wow.
And it just kind of goes down the track, right?
Have you had any fun recruiting tales that you've done? Because you have a lot of good relationships.
I've tried.
In the game too.
To be honest with you, because I'm so new to this, I've tried to lay back to not ruffle the feathers of teams that maybe are against letting their guys come. I get it.
Yeah, I know.
Jim Leland, I talked to him. First time when I got the gig, I called Jim. I said, take me through it.
You lived it.
I want to pick your brain on everything. He said, you have two objectives, right? Is to make them come together as a team, play hard for you. And number two is to return them back to their parent club healthy.
That's correct.
And he goes, one person or two people will get hurt. Like, it's just, they do in spring training. It's just part of it.
I say that all the time.
He goes, you're going to feel terrible, but it's going to happen. So you can understand the reluctance of some of these teams wanting to give us their best pitching, right? I mean, we shot for the moon. I want DeGrom. Like, I wanted Verlander. I wanted the game's greats, right?
Course.
But you understand, especially Justin, talk to him. He's like, coming off Cy Young Award, I pitched to the last out of the World Series. I'm 40 years old. I'm signing a new deal with a new team. I just can't justify it.
Yeah.
Totally understand. But for a lot of guys, I feel like an opportunity to just get in this locker room.
You played.
Oh.
You were the very first one? Is that right?
09, the second
one.
And it was one of the highlights of my career.
I remember you there. You hit a home run, right? What was your home run?
I played well. It's funny because I went in as kind of the backup. Next thing you know, Davey Johnson's playing me every day, and that kind of led to me signing with the Nationals and playing for him.
Yeah.
I played all over left, first. I started the semifinal game against Japan at first base. I'm like, what am I doing over here? Hit well, played well, but just to be, I don't know what I hit, but I know my BP group was David Wright, Derek Jeter, Jimmy Rollins, and me.
Awesome.
So I was like, what the hell am I doing in this batting practice group? So the whole experience for me was just unbelievable. And I think everybody who walks away, Buster Posey just recently moved in by me in Atlanta, and we were playing golf, and he's like, hey, congratulations on Team USA. He goes, it was the best time of my life.
Everybody says it. Yeah. So all you need to do is make that happen.
My best recruiting, real quick, it was an easy one. It was Wainwright. He sent me a text, and he's got this picture on social media where he painted the flag on his face.
What a beauty.
And he sent me that. He's basically like, it's go time. And then Lance Lynn FaceTimed me on a dare from his high school buddies around it, because I had never talked to him, around a campfire. They were hunting in like Mississippi, and he said, my friends said I wouldn't. He goes, I need to be on this team.
Oh my
so
God.
there's been cool interactions with the guys so far.
And one more big star. You got Ken Griffey Jr. as your hitting coach. How did that come about, and how into it is he?
Again, Tony Regan's put all this together,
Man.
and then I kind of just assimilated into it. Yeah, I've talked to Griff once for about 3 hours on a staff Zoom call. He's like really excited to be a part of it. He played in the first one. So that's the other thing. A lot of the guys on the staff have done it. So for a lot of us, we realize how important Paul Goldschmidt, Arenado, Goldie didn't even get to play that much in 17. Leland went with Hosmer.
I know,
and
right?
that didn't sour his want. I talked to him. He's like, whatever you need me to do. Well, I need you to be the NL MVP and hit jacks and carry
I remember
us.
Rollins felt the same way backing up Jeter.
Yeah.
It's friggin' Derek Jeter. I don't get it. How
So,
can you not get it?
Griffey. And two additions that people don't totally know about is I told Tony Regan's I know a lot of the staff was picked before I got named manager. I need 2 guys that kind of are my guys, take a bullet for me kind of guys. So I'm going to bring Michael Young from the Texas Rangers, who I played with, who's going to help Griff with the hitting.
Yep.
And Brian McCann, my best boy, who's going to help with Will Smith and Real Muto, and Kyle Higashioka is going to be the third catcher, and kind of game planning, because we're going to try and win this thing, Jayson.
Yeah.
I'm not going in just rolling out balls and seeing what happens.
You're going to have some fun. Just don't screw it up, okay?
That's all I can do.
No, it's not. You can have the memory of a lifetime.
Yeah.
All right, one more thing on this. Is this the last time we're going to see Mark DeRosa managing? The only time?
I wouldn't rule it out, but one of the first questions Tony Regan's asked me in the interview process is, are you scratching an itch? And my answer is no. I'm not looking at it as kind of a jumping off point to getting, doing the home manage. If it presents itself and the opportunity is right,
you're open to it.
Definitely be open to it. But it's not something I'm pining to go knock on sweet doors and figure it out.
You haven't knocked on a single sweet door?
No, I haven't.